Listen, man. I'm already sweating. I'm already sweating, son. Hold on. Let me. I hope that the quality isn't too bad, and if it is too bad, I greatly apologize, guys. I couldn't handle anymore, man. I could not handle it. I just saw, like, legit. I got into, because I'm in this wrestling group for the Royal Rumble, and my boy Velez was like, Hunter's out. I said, what? Hunter, Hunter, whoa! I jumped so quick, man. I pressed the broadcast button. I said, we're going into like somewhere pre-Rumble stream. Let's go. I just hope that that the quality is at the very least standable. I know that it'll be like 240p, but you know what, man? I'm pretty sure some of you watch things in 240p. So it's okay, man. It's okay. I know I sometimes have to watch my stuff in 240p. But regardless of it, man, thank you all so much for stopping by. Let's get right into the awesome sauce. Let me just make sure and see that the audio is okay. All right, audio is good. Okay, let's do this. Longest stream. And it starts off with, like, look at my boy in the color page. The ship is filled with a scent of death, with schemes and strategies swirling about the succession war. The series returns with a color cover. Yo, I gotta save this. And then I hit the Siri button. Hold on. Did that disrupt anything? I hit the flipping Siri button. Shout out to MacBooks, man. But let me see. Flipping flag arts. I need to save this panel. But I need to find a way to save this panel. But I don't know how to find a way. All right, screw it. I'll save the panel later. I'll save the panel later. What future do those eyes gaze off into, dog? Hunter x Hunter Yoshihiro Togashi, number 371, mission. Mission! Let's go. I really, really hope. Hang on, wait a second here. Why are you arresting me? Yo, and by the way, if anything starts happening with the with the quality and in terms of the stream, in terms of like the audio, will my dudes in the Discord let me know, because I received notifications still here in like the top right of the Discord. So just let me know if the thing is good, because I don't want to look at the comments. I don't want to get spoiled, and I apologize for that. Just not until I finish the chapter. So let's get right into the greatest. But yeah, let me know if there's any audio problems, and I'll fix it. Just let me know in the Discord chat. Mention me. Hang on, wait a second here. Why are you arresting me? As soon as you diverted everyone's attention, Badigan was mysteriously stricken down. This is Sakata Gintoki? Sakata Gintoki? Of the 3rd Prince's private army, I request to have 6th Queen Seiko restrained under suspicion of being an accomplice to Barigan's murder and conspiring to assassinate the 14th Prince. Your request is denied. Why? Circumstantial evidence is too easily and readily able to be forged. It is not enough to challenge the authority of a royal member. 1st floor Supreme Judge's quarters, Supreme Judge Cleopatra. I like the little design we're going at here. Investigators have been dispatched to residential room 1010 and 1010, and they will be placed under 72-hour surveillance. That is all. So there's really no way? 2nd day, 9:45 a.m. Can you believe that, guys? It's only the 2nd day? We're only in the 2nd day of this succession war? No, not even just the succession war. We are... let me see. Boone Baron donated 20... Oh, somebody donated. Does it have any spoilers? Does the donation have any spoilers? Just let me know. Hopefully that the thing's still up. Screenshot it if you can. If Flagnarts. How do you look at just the super chat things? Just give me 1 second. I greatly apologize, because I don't want to get spoiled. Let me look back into the thingamahoo and just see. All right, here we go. We're getting the top 5 chapters of the year. Oh, I see it. We're getting the top 5 chapters of the year, One Piece. Yes. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but trust me, it will come. Like everything on this channel, it is always late. It is always late. So let's get back into the greatness. But yeah, thank you very much for joining, man. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, it's going to be late as always, but it will come eventually. I guarantee that. I'm looking forward to doing Recon Piece episode 19. But let's get back into the Hunter x Hunter awesome sauce. There will be no weapons allowed during the lessons, but what if another case like that were to occur? In that case, we can handle it. You all agreed to these circumstances before you gathered here. We will not make any changes to the set arrangements. You all have until 10 o'clock to decide on whether or not you wish to continue. Any longer than that, and I will not be able to keep to the promised time limit of 2 weeks. Your Highness, please come with us this way. Is it really not okay for you to not follow them? Don't you talk about my mission. You've got the prince's mission, right? They look at each other, yo. The prince did tell me that he would leave the methods to me. I believe he also told you to do it, even if it costs you your life. Failure won't be permitted here. You sure you're okay? I'd be perfect if you weren't here, but I always have so much fun when I'm around you. It's just telling. It's like, listen, man. If you weren't here, life would be breezy, straight up. We're cooling, we're coasting, we're in there like swimwear. But because you're here, I'm having fun. So you're still here. If that isn't just a sense of rivalry, just like that, then I don't know what is, man. Because I love stuff like that. I really, really do. It's like, I understand that I'd be better off without you, but it's because you're here that I'm having a blast. That's cool. I like little stuff like that. Here we go. Hey, Karapika pulled up on the block. My boy said, "Hey." Bill's like, "Down, baby." And my boy Karapika's pulling up on the block, man. Chains down, and gun up. He's like, "Yeah!" Like he has a tactical knife on it, Model for 2, yo. Just woo. Yeah. What is it? I have 2 questions for you. Please answer them. My boy pulled up on the block, and he's answering, and he's asking questions, yo. Asking questions. Were you the one that attacked Bodigan? Bodigan? The man who died just now? Impossible, it wasn't me. Can you use Nen? Karapika didn't even answer that question. My boy simply said, "Can you use Nen?" Like right after that, can you use Nen? Like, I don't care about your answer. Just let me know if you can use Nen. That's ridiculous. I only just heard of the word Nen for the first time yesterday. That doesn't matter. Somebody can pick up a basketball today and they'll be a beast at it. Like look at Tedesnitch. He's just now getting a hang of his Nen ability, and it looks like he's going in like swimwear. Why is this happening to me? If I knew that something like this would have happened, I'm sorry. You were among the people involved in both the last incident and this one as well. In that case, Bill is too. Of course, I've already investigated him. Pardon me, but could this be the work of Prince Woble's Nen Beast? That is also not possible. It's the wrong type. The wrong type, yo. And he knows all about it. All of the Prince's Nen Beasts were born from the ceremony. They are parasite types that cannot be seen by normal humans. They are like a spirit that is possessed and is dependent upon their owner. Shout out to Stans. In this case, the snakes that were able to be seen by everyone present, they were conjured. In other words, just like ordinary material or matter, they were able to be seen by even regular humans. So it was just regular Nen. That actually makes a lot of sense. Nen user visible, normal person not visible. And I love how it shows. I always call it the sun and moon Nen beast because just the way that it looks. Snake visible Nen user, snake visible normal person. It's very, very simple, but it gets the message across. It definitely gets the message across. So does that mean that was a completely different kind of power? Well, there's a lot more to it, but it is still another kind of Nen ability. To put it simply, it's different from a Nen user in how they would normally assess risk. For example, conjuring the snakes so that even normal people could see them could be very high risk, right? This risk is a condition to its activation. The more difficult that it is to use, the greater the power of the ability becomes. Conversely, these parasite-type beasts, which can only be seen by Nen users and not normal people, consume a large amount of energy. So the user must make up for that with a different risk. Especially is true in the case of this succession war. To have 14 people play host to 14 different men beasts would require a massive, and you see that like a light bulb just goes off right there in his head. What is it, Kurapika? It's not the headache again, is it? No, it's fine. For now, everyone here is cleared. That's right, it could be possible that even if one person withdraws or breaks away somewhere from the succession war, the condition and therefore the contract will be broken, and everyone's Nen beast may disappear. So, if that's the case, they're not going to allow Hulkenberg to leave then. Is that why he was smiling? Is that why the king was smiling? The King Viking? Whenever Hulkenberg was putting up like that huge front saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I don't want to be a part of this." He was smiling like, "Yeah, I don't care." Because if it happens, then that's crazy. Could be possible that even if one person withdraws or breaks away somehow from the session more, the condition, and therefore the contract will be broken and everyone's enemies maybe disappear. And I know Tennis Snitch would not want that to happen. I'll keep looking for chances to investigate other people with my chains. You guys also try to act inconspicuous and keep an eye on everyone around you. We look back to Laboon. So then there's no one that wants to abstain. Very well, then let's begin. Of course, that was our prince's orders after all. He gathered everybody up here. First of all, I want you all to freely put your left and right hands together, however you feel comfortable. Have you finished? How you put your have you finished? He's like, hurry up, man! I have no time. How you put your hands together will help to roughly divide you up into how you'll be inclined to learn Nen. Now, who has their hands together in a praying fashion? Shimano, why did you stay behind with me? It's just as you said, you would have been better off quitting. The pay you're getting doesn't nearly compensate for what you have to go through. I'm so incredibly sorry. I didn't mean it. I was just really confused at the time, but I don't hate being here. It's all right, I understand, but I truly am grateful, which is why I wanted to know. Thank you for staying here, that is. My family has been employed by the royal house for generations. Up until their deaths, my grandparents were both fully devoted to their duties, but my parents got sick and were unable to follow through with the same loyalty. They had always regretted it, so their last requests were to stay with the royal family until the day I die. Man, listen to that again, yo. Up until their deaths, my grandparents were both fully devoted to their duties, but my parents got sick and were unable to follow through with the same loyalty. They had always regretted it, so their last request to me were to always stay with the royal family until the day I die. Can you imagine getting a request like that? And I'm not saying that that's definitely something of pride, family honor. But what about it? What about if she doesn't want to do that? Like what about if she wants to do something else with her life? But to be bound to something like that. Can you imagine being left with something with like some sort of decision to make like that? Like do I uphold my family's name and their honor and what they would want me to do, or do I go and chase and do whatever it is that I want to do? Unless that's this is what she wants to do. Um, I see. I had no idea. The way I pictured that I would die was nothing like this. When I thought about that, I got flustered and I foolishly blurted out those words. It's fine. Do you have any siblings? No, I'm an only child. I myself am the middle child out of five, so I have an older and younger sister, and an older and younger brother as well. I'm so jealous. I always wanted an older brother. She wanted an older brother. That's odd. Like usually when it comes to the whole sibling scenario. Well, then again, if you're an only child, I was one for a little while. Um, back whenever I was way younger, and I would always say like, yeah, I would love to have had like an older sister, an older brother to like have taught me a lot of the mistakes that they'd gone through, so I don't have to go through them. And that's why, and I still believe that for me because I'm the oldest in my family, so like I always try to pass on my wisdom to everybody else. So I guess from the standpoint of an only child, I can most certainly see why it is that she thinks that, that she would like an older brother, so to look over her and to teach her about those mistakes and to not make those mistakes, to be like that type of figure that you could just speak to. I always try to be that to my little siblings, so I can see where she's coming from. Trust me, you don't. When I was little, he bullied me and pushed me around all the time. Oh, really? The crash course I'm about to give you will cover the basics, so practice them in groups. This is the Karapika Nen crash course, man. If you're not ready, if you're not buckled in, you better tighten up the seatbelt. I'm on what? Click it or ticket, baby. My boy Karapika's going in like somewhere. Those that were in a praying stance, close your eyes and imagine yourselves cupping water in your hands. Those were in a handshake position, form a ring and imagine your aura spinning clockwise around it. Those who were holding one wrist with the other hand, imagine yourselves making cotton candy in the air. So one's like this, one they're like together as if like they were praying together. One is like holding out their hands as if they were like holding water. Furikov and Vedelinite, you two check on the flow of the group's aura. We're assistants now? Looks like. And they better not say anything because Karapika will lay the smacking down on anyone right now, yo. He don't care. Floor 5, connecting hallway to the grand cafeteria. 5,000 Jenny? Just to pass through, that's ridiculous. If you don't like it, then go find another way there. Look at this guy's design. Yo, this guy on the right, man, his design. This here has been designated as a special hazard zone by the Boole family. This is the only way to the cafeteria. These guys look like they're bad news. Isn't there anything we can do? They're paying off the army's men in charge of this area. They can do anything they want. We've got some pretty handy tickets here, too. Or if you like, we can sit down for a lone consultation. Even if you can't go to the cafeteria, you can still buy some canned goods or packaged ready-to-eat food from our store. And they just look at each other, and I'm pretty sure they're like, screw this guy. He's just trying to sell us. Yeah! It's gonna go down. It's gonna. Bro, where's Northside at? Finks. Bro, my boy Finks pulled up. Hey, Finks, Franklin Nobunaga, Phaeton in the cut. Straight up, hands in pockets, chilling, moving it. Yo, the troop is in the chapter. Auto 10 out of 10. Auto 10 out of 10. Look at Franklin, bro. No, not the Finks. I've always been a Finks fan. Yo, Finks, dude. Yo, can you imagine how Finks is gonna what he's gonna do here? Let's go. I gotta see what we're doing. What do you think you're you don't think you're from me? The Wolf family were a French candidate for the election, which means we're absolutely nothing. You needn't concern yourselves over us. Come on. To the troop. So they're here, and you know that they know, bro. They have to know, because if Crollo knows these, they have to know. Or if not, they could have sensed it, man. In order to split off the new continent to their own territory, the three great mafia families of Kagen had boarded the ship. Each of them have their own special channels, like the princess, so all the bosses have received VIP rooms on the first floor. They had planned to let their soldiers on the lower floors try to whittle down their enemies' force as much as possible until we reach land. So what does that make you guys? We're freelance thugs. Though in exchange for the lack of risk, we have to give them 90% of what we earn as kickback. 90%? Get out of here. The third prince has the back of the Shu family. The fourth prince has the back of the A. Of the A, Say? Of my boy Say from Kingdom? And seventh, the Sha'ah family. At some point, they managed to share a sake cup and oath into these families, which makes them bitter rivals with each other. The people in their families either have to have guts of steel or are just crazy. That's actually very, very interesting. So they have the backing of the three great mafia families. They have the backing of the Vongola of this series, man. That's crazy. That just makes things much more interesting, though. Actually, let me go back to that panel. I'm still stressing freaking Finks, Phaeton, Nobunaga, Franklin in the cut, yo. But going back to this panel, does this mean that these three are like Togashi's trying to tell us that these three are going to be some of the ones to last a long time? Either that, or when it comes down to it, the great mafia families, of course, like they're going to do whatever it takes to make sure one of these guys is king. But also, it could mean that one of these guys is the one that get taken out first. I don't know, man. It's probably pointless asking these things, but I'll ask y'all. Ibrahim Mughal donated £2. All right. I'll look at that in just 1 second. I'll look at just 1 second. Let me finish the chapter. It's probably pointless. Thank you very much for updating me, by the way, guys, through the Discord. It's probably pointless asking these guys, but how do you get above the second floor? That's impossible. You probably heard on the shipwide broadcast, but is it now essentially impossible to travel up or down from there? Yo, freaking Finks, bro, in the cuts. Yo, when was the last time we saw Finks, dog? Like back in Chimera Ant, right? It's been a long time. There must be someone down here who is managing the troops for the upper bosses. These hot-blooded kids aren't smart or obedient enough to mobilize themselves on their own. So we find him and have him act as our in-between into the upper floors for requests. There's a quick way to round up all three of our enemies at once. Which family has the most power? As far as financial muscle and numbers, that would be the Shu family. Wait, who's the Shu family? Who's the Shu family? Let me go back. No! It took me all the way out! What page was I on? 14? The Shu family, that's the third prince. The third prince. The Sun and Moon Prince. Okay. So they're gonna go to him? And he's the one that just did something with Kurapika, bro. Togashi! Come on, please cut us some slack. We don't want to oppose any of these families. Someone comes to pick up your records and kickbacks, right? Call him here. No way we couldn't. There's no way. They decide the times and days all on their own ahead of time. Then when the next time is Saturday, then that'll work for the treasure. Treasure? You know they're here for the treasure, bro. Even with everything that's gone down, they're still here for the treasure. Shut up, he wasn't talking to you, but I am. So listen carefully to what I ask next. Is that Finks? Is that Finks speaking, bro? Find anyone that is over 190 centimeters tall, get their room numbers, and deliver them to me. As of now, that is your mission. Thanks! Crow, Cruella, and Maji. Jesus Christ. I'll be the one to kill Usoka. Whoever finds him first will kill him. This is impossible. No. Then let's decide with a coin. That's what's impossible. Why? A coin is for settling one outcome versus another. But in the situation, everyone wants to be the one to kill him themselves. Of course, that includes me as well. Crowell's gonna kill him. We need to find him. Hisoka is without a doubt on this ship. Yo, this is about to be the best arc, bro. This is about to be the best arc in the series. I can't believe we're getting this right now. What's going on? From a of him, that's my heart. Isn't to be sad over Hui. My daughter Momose shall become the foundation of the great tree of Gaiken. She shall live on, shining even brighter than she did during her life, Hui. Yes, even now, my daughter is still alive. This was like the freaking Greed Island. Where are these 13 remaining capsules? For the princess! For all the rest of them who are gonna die, right? Bro, Togashi could not have come back any better. Yeah! First, we see Nobunaga Franklin. Sphinx! We get to see Sphinx. And Phaeton. And then my boy Sphinx is like, find anyone that is over 190 centimeters tall, get the room numbers and deliver them to me. Like, he's gonna box every single one of them. Every single last one of them wants a piece of Hisoka right now. Hisoka is a man on his own. It makes you think, it's like, is Hisoka gonna team up with Kurapika again like he did back in Yorknu? It really makes you think about it. So when we see Hisoka again, I'm curious. I'm really, really curious to see what he's gonna be doing. Because now, and I remember talking about this in the predictions, or I was talking about the predictions thing. Togashi always comes back with a setup chapter, but this was way more than just he set up the foundation. If we stay for these next 10 chapters in Phantom Troop stuff, this might be the best stretch in the whole series. And I'm listen, Chimera Ant, man, the final like 3 volumes of Chimera Ant, the entirety of Yorknu, that's some godly stuff. The end of the election arc, godly stuff. But this when you have Kurapika, Crollo, and he's the group. Thanks. Man, the way Togashi storyboarded this was so perfect. Because at first, it shows everything going on right here, right? A whole bunch of stuff going on. Then we see a whole bunch of white like outlines, and we see Corolla and Bachi's outline, yo. And then we see more of a close-up. I gotta reread. I'll get to the comments in just a sec, guys. I can't get over the fact that Togashi went right off the bat with the troop. This is why he wanted to come back so fast, because he had it in mind. I know what it is. I am also a storyteller. I know what it is to be super excited to release something to the world. I guarantee you, my boy had this in mind, but he just said, "I'm gonna wait until next time." And that's why he decided to come back earlier. I'll be the one to kill Hisoka. Whoever finds him first will kill him. This is impossible. No, let's start with a coin. A coin is for one selling versus another. In this situation, everyone wants to be the one to kill themselves. Of course, that includes me as well. And when he says that, look at his eyes, yo. He looks demented. He looks sick. God. And then we go right over here. Goodness gracious, dog. And it's like, bro. Among the foundation of the great tree of Kaiken, she shall live on, shining even brighter than she did during her life. We see the Prince of Kaiken over here. And what it looks like is that they're going to use the bodies of the princes, or maybe even their nen abilities, their nen beasts, their aura that they just gained is going to feed them into this thing. What a chapter of Hunter. I think all the times I've been reading this manga weekly, and he comes back for a chapter, this is 341 level. It really is. It really, really is. Of like setting everything up. Goodness gracious, bro. Yo, Togashi Yoshihiro, man. It's bad, bro. All right. All right. Let's look at some comments. Let me go find that goodness gracious. Let me go find that donation. Good God, bro. Yo, the troop. The troop. I'm so happy I'm back. Let me see. Oh, I see it right here, Ibrahim, bro. Ibrahim, thanks a lot for donating, man. He says, where's the lotion, bro? You already know where it is, man. You already know where it is. As a matter of fact, for Finks. For Finks! Let's go, man. Listen, dude, out of all the things, because when people were telling me this chapter was going to be crazy, I thought somebody was going to get waxed. Like, right off the bat, waxed, right? That was my first thought. I was like, yo, somebody's going to get murked. But when I saw the troop coming up into, like, swimwear, and then we also got information because now we know that they're going to be going towards the third prince. And then we know that they're sort of connected right now with Kurapika. So he's, yo, oh my gosh, bro. It's like Togashi has like this thread that's just unweaving. You're like, yo. But then at the end of the chapter with Kaiken, yo, what in the Flying Flag is he planning on doing? Because now with this succession war, it kind of makes me believe that he's doing all this just to power himself up even more. And I know it sounds like that's something like a villain from like a standard series would do. It's like sacrifice all of like the things. But here in Hunter x Hunter, you hold a tournament with all of your children, and you tell them to fight each other. And then when one gets wrecked, supposedly you put one in one of those capsules. They still live on, and then where does the energy go? Is it like one of those things of like it puts aura into a certain thing and it activates it? What is that going to be used for? It kind of looks like a spaceship. I don't know, man. I don't know, but give me 1 second. I'm going to the Hunter x Hunter wiki. Shout out to the wiki, right quick, because I just want to double check with my eyes. And then when I want to read some comments. All right. Okay. I want to double check something real fast. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. Load for me. Right here. Okay. Let me go back because I had a feeling that this was it right here, but it's just that with the way that her hair is down. Yes. Because well, according to the way the hair is, because at first I was like, yo, this person looks very, very familiar. This is Momose, right? Because I was trying to think of like which I know I've seen that face before. So let me just go back. Just make sure. Yeah, female deceased. Okay, it says right here. All right, I want to double check because with Momose, since she wasn't wearing like, or she didn't have like her usual thing, but she did have a little bit of like the curls that go down her hair. I just wanted to double check with my eyes to make sure like which one of them was the one that got taken out. But it's weird because it was almost like it was voluntarily that she sacrificed herself, or if you can even qualify this as a sacrifice. I'm not even sure. I'm like because I don't know what the I don't know what it's hold on. Let me see. Let me start looking at some comments right quick. Flying Flag Nards. Let's go. Yo, I see Aura in the comments right here. Yo, shout out to Aura. There are 14 coffins. There are 14 coffins, but only 14 princes. Does the king plan to kill them all? Exactly. But the thing is so is he that sick? Is the Prince of Kaiken that sick to where he created this game? He created this succession war to have them all take each other out. He plans on staying as king, and he absorbs all their aura. But the thing is, he says they're all still alive. So then, what are those capsules for? Like that room looks like something out of a straight up sci-fi. It looks exactly like the room from Greed Island, right? Let me see. But this is crazy, man. Yo, Momose. But it looks like she did it voluntarily. That's why it says deceased, but is she really? They're right here in front of the capsule, and then you see like one flame right here. Let me read that that piece of dialogue again. She shall live on, shining even brighter than she did during her life. We shall become the foundation of the great tree of Kaiken. Now, is he going towards an actual tree, like on some Naruto stuff, or is he going towards like the great family tree of Kaiken? I'm not sure, man. But whenever he says there's nothing to be sad over Hui, it just makes me believe that this is going to happen to the rest of them whenever they get killed. But so, and Kurapika was talking about that. Kurapika was talking about if one of them gets killed, the contract gets taken out, or if one of them leaves, the contract is out. Yo, man, this chapter. You can never read Hunter x Hunter only once, bro. I gotta go through this chapter again in my own time. Um, even though my daughter's still alive, and he plans on taking them all out, but for what? For what reason would he need all that aura? Like, does the King of Kaiken know something in the Dark Continent that like he would need to have that much energy to go over? Or but this is Yoshihiro Togashi we're talking about here, man. This is Togashi we're talking about. What if one of the princes themselves catches onto this plan, already knows about this plan, kills the King of Kaiken, makes the King of Kaiken enter one of those capsules? Do the princes themselves even need to go into those capsules? Can anyone go into those capsules? Can I go into that capsule? Just say, if I were to go into that capsule, will it take my thing and will the fire go up? Or do you need aura? Do you need Nen? Now, there's a lot of questions that raise up here because if they could just kill anybody, if he could just kill anybody, then he would have already done it. So there needs to be a specific requirement in order to be a part of this. Either having a Nen beast, but then if it's just having a Nen beast, is he planning on creating the ultimate Nen beast? I don't know. I don't know. A very, very interesting final panel there. Very, very interesting final panel. I like to see what all of you are thinking. Let me go into the I can't Google Chrome. Google Chrome. There we go. Good God Almighty, man. Let me see what y'all are thinking right here. Yo, Theory, my boy, what's going on? Retro Samurai. Let me see. Somebody told me. In terms of the top 5 One Piece chapters thing, bro, it will be coming, Brooke. Thank you very much for the donation, but it will be coming eventually. I don't know when I'm gonna do it. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but it's definitely gonna be coming eventually. Kurapika's already using Emperor time. Well, because this is the thing, right? I think he's gonna. Do you guys think Kurapika's gonna die? Like here? I'm not gonna say. I don't know. Because Togashi has to end the series soon, bro. And will he really kill something? I don't know anymore. Yo, somebody said the legendary word. Yo, hey, shout out to John Luke Laurent though. Shout out to you. But you're the pain backer. Let's go. Flagnards. I missed. There was something I wanted to see, but hopefully I'll get back to it. Here we can all be. Yo, what's up, Sir Bacon? Here we can all be back. I'm gonna go watch the backlog stream at 2 times speed. 2 times speed. Let me see. Maybe one coffin is for the king himself. Bro, exactly right. It's very, very interesting. That goes back to what I was talking about earlier. Into which, what are the requirements needed to enter one of those capsules? I don't know. I'm looking forward to it though. Like, Togashi really, the intrigue is high because now with the Vongola families surrounding some of the princes, and then if the troop go in and box out with one of those princes, actually manages to take them out, the families are going to go after the princes. Now, hey man, what's the mafia to the princes? The mafia, what's the mafia to the troop? We saw what the mafia attempted to do with the Shadow Beast. The Shadow Beast got one-shotted by Uvogan. Uvogan said, "Screw that, man. Big Bang Impact. You're out of here. You're done." So if the mafia is only sending like Shadow Beast level dudes, Crollo can one-shot them all by himself. I mean, and easily, casually. Phaeton won't even need to use Pain Packer. Phaeton will just cut off their heads in like normal, go putting up like Zoldyck hand. They're dead. Finks will one shot them. So will Franklin. So I'm not worried about anyone the Mafia's going to send. Let me see. Yeah. So right here, Prozac Black brings up exactly what I was talking about earlier. The king is evil and he's going to take all his kids. And then now, with the whole evil concept, I'm not sure if I can agree with that because there has to be something more to it. It's Hunter x Hunter. It can't just be that he's just fully, full on evil, ready to take over the world type of concept. But I do think that. There was a donation. Thanks a lot for letting me know, Hazy. But I'll get to that in a sec. I do think that that there is something deeper to this. I want to know why it is that he went about this in the way that he did, though. He went out in a certain way to where, unless his plan the entire time was to stay as king, and all his children would take each other out, he would use their power to elevate himself higher. That's a sicko. However, there has to be something else more to it. Is it because he wants to keep his image? But if you're going to the Dark Continent, what does the King of Kaiken know about the Dark Continent to where it would require something like this? That's where I'm trying to like get at here. What is that even? Is that like a machine? All of our questions will be answered when we find out what that thing is. When we find out what that thing is, then everything's going to make sense. So the 14 coffins could be a major condition of something huge. Exactly. I just realized I was going to troll commenting, man. What's going on, man? Good to see you. But yeah, man, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But I do agree that it's going to be a major condition of something huge. Like I said before, I don't know what conditions are going to go into it though. Like, does it require Nen? Does it require somebody with Nen to go into the capsule, or Nen Beast, something along those lines? But let me go ahead and answer this this donation right quick. Yo, Big Daddy Vince Smoke, man, what's going on? Thanks a lot for the donation, bro. In the words of Yotan Wah, it's time for a bloodbath. That's a shoot. That is a shoot. Everybody's gonna get wrecked. Everybody's gonna get. I mean, this is gonna be extremely bloody. Yo, Maze, what's going on? I think you're answering the Kurapika's thing. No, I don't think he'll die here. Yeah. The reason why I was asking is because with Emperor Time taking up everything that he's been doing and everything, I'm wondering why it is Togashi's continuing to put this on for Emperor Time. I know it's because of Togashi's a man of restrictions. He's a dude who likes to put in the contrast, so that way whenever a certain thing happens, we're like, crap, that's really hype, but this is the repercussion of that. That's the way Togashi writes, and that's what makes Hunter x Hunter so, like, you're always paying attention because you never know when something could happen that will go completely against expectations. And I know that's why he put that in for Kurapika, but I'm just wondering how far is Kurapika gonna go? Because if he runs into Crollo, if he runs into the troop, he's gonna use it. He's already using it. His lifespan is gonna be going out just like that, man. So I don't know. I don't think he'll die here on the boat. But my opinion has changed from Kurapika will never die to Kurapika will die before the end of the series. Just don't know how it's gonna happen. But thanks a lot once again, Big Daddy Vince Smoke, for the donation. Kurapika can just restore his life with the immortality thing from the Dark Continent. That's a good point. That's a good point. That thing does exist in the Dark Continent. Would he use that on himself though? The immortality thing. I guess we'll just have to learn more about it. Yo, the Zodiacs and beyond are on the ship too. Theory, bro. That's what I'm saying. Beyond. Yo, just wait, man. Just wait until I get a panel of my two favorite characters in the manga together. When I get a panel of Jing and Crollo, if I ever see a panel in this story of Jing and Crollo going like this on some Gen and Sugi stuff, just whoosh, that is my desktop wallpaper. I might change my profile picture on YouTube. No, I'll never change my profile picture on YouTube. But it'll get to that point, man. If I ever get a panel with Crollo and Jing in the same thing, it's over, bro. It's over. But I can't wait to see more of Beyond. Holy sweet mother Flagnards, man. And Bisky too, yo. Bisky, yeah, exactly. I still want Yak Attack. Yo, what's going on, Yak Attack? I still want to see what Netero's son is planning because I'm sure he's got some info on what the Emperor is doing. No question. And I think that's why Beyond Netero is just chilling. Beyond, I'm pretty sure has been aware of all this from the very beginning. That's why he's just chilling. That's why I think honestly that's why he decided not to be a part of it. He just said, "I'm turning myself in. You guys handle the rest." He's chilling. He's like, they're all gonna kill each other. They're all gonna kill each other. By the time I get there, I'm gonna walk out my cell. It's gonna be a bloodbath. I'm gonna step on their corpses, and I'm going to the Dark Continent. I'm pretty sure that's Beyond's mentality. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. I'm pretty sure he knows from the very beginning of what's going on, which is kind of spooky when you think about it. Ferguson the Great states Crollo vs. Sokka Part 2 on the ship. I think it's inevitable at this point, but that just depends on how far we're going with the Phantom Troop storyline. Because if Krollo versus Hisoka happens again, one of them has to die. No question. And I don't see either of them dying at this point. Well, they probably could. Now that I think about it, because I don't know where Togashi wants to go. Initially, my initial final arc scenario was going towards Meteor City with Gyro and whatnot. But and that would have to include the troop. But what about if we actually get to the case? Because the thing is, Krollo is my second favorite character. But Hisoka is obviously more important to the series. And so if he if he kills Krollo, the the troop would have to. I'm not gonna say they would have to, but it would cause a storyline to go towards Meteor City, which is where I think the series is gonna have to go. As much as it would suck for me, and as much as I still have Krollo over Hisoka in terms of overall battle and just like one-on-one, I still have Krollo going over. Um, the thing is I understand how important Hisoka is to this series. So if that is the case, and we get part 2, it kind of hurts me because the thing is I don't know. Because I feel like Kurapika should be the one to do it. If anyone should do it, Kurapika needs to take out Krollo, bro. If anyone, if I want anyone taking out Krollo, it's got to be Kurapika. But I don't know. I don't know, man. You never know with Togashi, bro. You never know with Togashi, man. But we'll see. Um, let me see. Yeah, exactly. Literally every relevant character besides the Soldic, Scone, and Killer heading to the Dark Continent. That's a shoot. It is the complete opposite of what we usually get in certain series. And it's quite amazing, honestly. Like everyone besides our 2 main characters are heading off on this journey. It's insane. It's like all the characters that we hadn't seen for so many years because our main characters were in the handling business in the Chimera Ant arc. So we didn't see a lot of our favorites for a long time. And then of course we came up with the election arc, and we saw a lot of our favorites again and for the first time in quite some time. And then now here in Dark Continent, it's like we're getting everybody together for the first time in so long. So it's greatness. Another question by Chris the Great: How are Gon and Killua heading to the Dark Continent? One thing that I presented a while back was we could get a possible thing to where something happens in the Dark Continent, and Togashi leaves it off on a cliffhanger, and it'll get to the point to where news will reach where Gon and Killua are, and Gon and Killua are gonna set off an adventure themselves to go into the Dark Continent, and then through there we'll find out the mystery of what happened, of whatever's gonna happen. Like I'll present to you this scenario. Say something insane happens in the Dark Continent, and like a bunch of people get wiped out, and there's like massive deaths, massive casualties, and you don't know who's still alive. We go back to Gon and Killua. Gon and Killua receive the news. There's been a mass slaughter in the Dark Continent. Maybe like half the Zodiacs have been taken out. There's just, somebody donated. Thank you very much for letting me know. Let's just say that that somebody gets taken out, and then Gon and Killua go over there on this. I'm not gonna say rescue mission, but to go find out. They now have a reason to go into the Dark Continent. And then that by itself would cost for this adventure thing to where now Togashi can slowly unravel the story of what actually took place whenever they were in the Dark Continent, but through Gon and Killua's perspective, through Gon and Killua's eyes. I think something like that is very, very possible. I think something like that is very, very possible. I just don't know if that's the way Togashi wants to do it. Because at the end of the day, this is still Gon's story. As much as I would love for it to be Jinx, it's still Gon's story. Yo, CRHB. Oh man, what's going on? They want to slaughter themselves in the ship, and it's gonna be a bloodbath. But if they get to the point where they are beyond the first out boundaries and the fake DC, yeah, oh, absolutely, man. Let me see. Hey man, I know this might be a lot of time, but where can I expect another? Oh, trust me. After at least because I'm still trying to get my schedule situated. The very first thing I'm coming back with in terms of the reactions is My Hero Academia, because that's been heavily requested as of late. I'm going to read some My Hero Academia, and then Tokyo Ghoul and Promised Neverland will be following. I can The reason why I'm cooling on Neverland at the moment is because since I just finished that arc, I I don't want to go into the next arc without having some actual time to do it because Promised Neverland's addicting. Promised Neverland is very very addicting, so I want to wait until I get enough time to where I know I can possibly do like a couple videos a week because it's a very very addicting series. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, here's the donation. Thanks a lot, Nasty Kaito, man. I really do appreciate it. I missed your Hunter x Hunter reactions. This is GOAT. Phantoms, yo, the fiend. Let me see. Yeah, man. I hate the idea that Hisoka kills him, bro. I really really do. I really really do. Let me see. Um. No, Gon and Killer aren't together at this point in time. That's what I'm saying. Like, Gon and Killer are not together, and whenever like they set off on their different paths at the end of the election arc, it just led me to believe that something would have to happen in order for both of them to actually have to come together to go to the Dark Continent. Um, so who knows how many years that could take, man? In terms of like story time, like I'm not like in real time. It's probably like by the time I'm like 50, but like in story time, I'm not sure if Togashi wants to do this even when they're still kids. There could be a time skip in Hunter x Hunter, man. I don't know. I don't know how Gon and Killer are gonna get back together because that whenever they separate, it was like the most perfect like I'll see you next time type of thing, man. It was so beautiful, bro. Togashi was leading up to that very scene from Greed Island. You guys remember that scene in Greed Island where Killua was admitting to himself how much Gon means to him, and the reason instrumental started playing. Oh man, greatness! All the way from there, he was already building up to that final scene where Gon and Killua would go their separate ways. Man. Yo, Hunter, Hunter, man, Hunter flipping Hunter. Let me see. Yo, EX Central, what's going on? I see you in the comments. Go needs to get his Nen back ASAP. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Nen is gonna or what Gon is gonna be doing because there's only two scenarios when it comes to Gon. Either he gets his Nen back, or he gets a new type of Nen ability, which is everyone's predicting is gonna be a specialist ability. But knowing Togashi, I don't know. I have no idea. Let me see. Absolutely. Right here it says the Dark Continent is going to be a long arc. Oh yeah. The Dark Continent is going to be the longest saga in the series, which is saying something because the Chimera Ant arc is very, very long. But I think this is going to blow that out the water. Unless Togashi wants to end the series soon. And if that's the case, then it'll end up being shorter than usual due to many characters dying. But if Togashi goes and he continues to put out like content on a regular basis, which I'm not counting on, but I still love the man. Uh, I expect this to be the longest arc. I mean, it has to be with all these players. And what I mean by arc, I mean saga, because you guys know what I mean. The boat ride to the Dark Continent itself, the aftermath of Dark Continent. Who knows what could happen in the middle of Dark Continent? You have to go back. I don't know. But I definitely do think Dark Continent is going to be the main thing of the series. Dun, 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 dun. Go to Troll says, I mean, the Dark Continent is kind of like the Grand Line of One Piece. Looks like the rest of the story will be there mainly. I agree. I most certainly agree, and that's actually a very very good point because now when and how are Gon and Killua gonna go to the Dark Continent? If that's the case. When are they gonna go to the Grand Line? We shall see. Let me see. Yo, Money Marsh, what's going on, yo? Emperor Time, what's good? I'm seeing some old faces in here. I want to see Nobunaga fight Kurapika. That'd be an interesting battle. Yo, my laptop's about to die. I know I'm gonna end this in like 10 minutes, but let me make sure that my laptop doesn't die. Cause the Royal Rumble's about to happen, man, and I gotta go watch the Rumble with my boys. So I'll stay in here until right before the Rumble starts. Like let's do 10-15 minutes. Let's see. Oh yeah, but going back to what you were saying, Emperor Time. When it comes to Nobunaga fighting Kurapika, that the thing is, it would be it would be extremely interesting, but I think Nobunaga's gonna be saved for something else. I'm interested in seeing now that you bring up Nobunaga, I'm interested in seeing what they're gonna be doing. Because Nobunaga, Franklin, Phaeton, yo, the way they rolled up, bro, hands in pockets, like there was some delinquent squad back in like Yu Yu Hakusho. Rolled up, man, to the squad. I look forward to seeing what they're gonna be doing. I know Phaeton has a very, very large fan base, so I know a lot of people are gonna be looking forward to seeing what Phaeton is gonna be doing. And after we saw the same squad aside from Shizuku, which I don't know where she is, uh, doing their thing. That's true. Where's Shizuku? And all the troop are gonna be on the ship, right? We'll see. Um, boom, 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 boom. Apex Jordan says we want Gon versus Hisoka Part 2. In the future, or like here in the Dark Continent, or where are we holding this thing, man? I definitely do think that's a really good possibility for like end of series stuff, which is why when I said earlier that Crollo and Hisoka, if they have to fight again, that's why I kind of don't want them to fight again, because that would mean Crollo has to take the L, and I don't want that. So I think that Hisoka versus Gon is most certainly a possibility for it, but it's end of series stuff. Hisoka is in the middle of a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. So when all this wraps up is whenever we're going to get that Gon and Hisoka thing, and whenever Hisoka finds Gon to have that power and that potential to where he wants to fight him full on. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine when Gon gets to that level, yo, to where Hisoka will want to, like, now's the time, brother. Let's get this on. That'll be fire. Let me see. This boat ride is on some Namek time. Yeah, Namek didn't have any time. I don't care what nobody says. Namek did not have any time. I always say this, right? Since it's a different planet, maybe it's just that time rolls differently on Namek, man. Same thing with the Tournament of Power, yo. A minute to us is 30 minutes in the Tournament of Power, man. Let me see. Dark Continent is gonna be like the Three Kings. That's actually very, very interesting. And I remember we brought that up last time. Whenever it was myself and Laz and I believe Matt and Ebo in the call. Whenever we were talking about Dawn Freaks and how Dawn Freaks is like, whenever I think of Dawn Freaks, I think of Ryzen. I think of like the way that Ryzen was in Demon World, like just chilling, be the boss of the demon realm, man. So I can see Dawn Freaks. Yo, can you imagine Dawn Freaks rocking their white hair? He got the bandana, kind of like how Jing does. He's rocking the long white hair, man. Looking beast. Yeah, that'd be sick. Let me see. Oh, this is a very, very interesting question. Hey, what's going on, OJ Senpai? Glad to see you in the comments. Albarazada was good. Let me see. Oh, it's a really awesome face in here. But yo, Shrek Savage, what's good, my man? If Roman wins the Rumble, Philly's gonna riot. I'm gonna riot. But you know what, bro? Well, I'll talk about it on Twitter. Whenever the Rumble goes live, I'll talk about it on Twitter. For right now, Hunter. But I'll be on Twitter for the Royal Rumble. Trust me. Especially during the Rumble itself. Woof. I'm just gonna say one thing about wrestling. Iconic Duo is debuting tonight, and Neville's coming back. Calling it right now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna see Neville in the cut, bro. Watch, bro. Watch. But regardless, and Finn's winning the Rumble. Theory says, do you reckon any princes hired a Zoldyck? In terms of, holy flabbers, I think if the Mafia can back them up, don't you think the Zoldicks have the power to do so as well? Assassins well renowned all over the world, hired assassins. I think it's possible. Yo, Theory, I think it's possible, bro. Do you reckon any prince is hired as Zoldyck? It's definitely possible. But the thing is, who? Which one would do so? And if that's the case, who are they hiring? Because Illumi could be a part of this. Silva. Yo, can you imagine Silva, bro? Silva! Yo, shout out to Maha Zoldyck though, man. Maha Zoldyck's probably still like top three verse. Top three in the verse, yo. Maha Zoldyck. But oh man, yo, if they hired a Zoldyck, Dragon Daivu! Shout out to Zaladin Palantir, man. That's a classic video. Let me know if you remember that video. Zaladin, man, Dragon Daivu. But that is a very, very interesting comment theory about the princess hiring the Zoldyck, because it's a possibility. If the mafia can back up the princess, then why can't the Zoldycks? They're pretty much the same thing. Hired. They're hired in order to fulfill a certain goal. Interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Thank you for that comment theory. That's definitely something to think of. Dun, 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 dun. Let me see. Yo, Big Boss Sam, what's good, my man? I don't know. I don't know why Prince wouldn't hire one of the best assassins in the world. Exactly. Exactly. I agree. As a writer, how do you feel about Hisoka's power up betraying the original benchmark set for Gon from a narrative standpoint? Um, at first, I was so caught up in the shock of the fact that not only they died, but that Togashi would use the ability of rubber like that, and also that Togashi would go on to kill off the troop members right there and then in one chapter. So I was still off of the shock of it. But looking back on it now, um, I think with the way that Nen is set up, if I can accept what Gon did in the Chimera Ant arc, which I wholeheartedly accept, then I think I can accept Hisoka doing the same thing. Because it is based on the boundaries and the rules set in the Hunter x Hunter verse for Nen. So I think I can accept it. I think I can accept it because it's something that is possible within the rules of Nen. Nen, there's just so many things you can do that resurrecting yourself in that manner could happen. Could happen. So from a writing standpoint, Togashi laid the groundworks back in Heaven's Arena of the unlimited amount of potential an amount of things that you can do with Nen, and he continues to show us like those type of things throughout the series. So I think that that it's I do see what you're saying though with like betraying that original benchmark, but at the same time with Hisoka, it kind of makes sense for his character for the way that he is and why he's so cocky, why he's so confident. It makes that bungee gum seem that much more haxed and more OP. So I think it makes sense. The Dark Continent, yeah, exactly. Apex Jordan, exactly that. Foreshadowing from Heaven's Arena. That's actually a good point. Like I always look back to the Greek Island arc for that particular scene, but yeah, it goes back even further than from all the way back to the Heaven's Arena. But let's talk about this one right here. The Dark Continent is likely going to have crazy new characters. Now let's talk about this for a sec, man. Look at all the characters we already have. Look at all the characters that are already extremely beast that we cannot wait to see from the Dark Continent. And Togashi Yoshihiro is going to introduce even crazier characters within the Dark Continent. Imagine there's other characters like Don Freaks out there in the cut. We're not even just characters, creatures. Living, breathing creatures like a dragon or a knowing Togashi, like titty monsters and like these type of weird things that can communicate with you, that can speak with you. These living, breathing like chimera ants. Imagine like someone like Meruem, like a turtle thing with like Cell's tail speaking to you, but just that's a regular thing in the Dark Continent. It can no longer just be restrained to just humans. You can have a whole bunch of stuff happening in the Dark Continent of actual living, breathing beings. So in terms of the crazy characters, your mind can go. We could see so many things on the Dark Continent. So many things. I mean, things that you couldn't even imagine that are communicating with you, speaking with you, relaying information to you. Families of these. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I would not limit it to just humans. I limit it to anything that has life. Anything that has life. Anything. Anything. Can't wait to see what Togashi's going to do creatively in that standpoint. That's a good comment right there. Yo, Sticker Tricker, what's good? Yo, he brings up a great point. I did not think about that. He says that room looks like the Gintama the Tendoshu room. It does. That looks like the Tendoshi room. That is beast. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. You think we could have possibly already seen Hisoka, but he just has the texture surprise covering his face? Holy flag nards. Oh. Dude, can you imagine that? Yo. Yo, Sam just blew my mind, dog. Can you imagine if that's Bill? Can you imagine if Bill is Hisoka, bro? Yo, King, you think you could have possibly already seen it? Hisoka, but he's a texture surprise. That's insane, dog. If we haven't already seen him, I guarantee you Togashi does something like that. I guarantee you Togashi does something like that to do it, bro. It makes sense. It makes sense. It's gonna happen now. It's gonna happen. That's going down as one of those things to where I can almost 95% can see happening in the future. No question. Yo, Bay Area, what's going on, bro? What if Hisoka? He said the same thing. What if Hisoka is Bill? Bill, yo, let me know what's going on. And most I think Illumi will be there. Yeah, I think Illumi will be there. Everybody forgetting about the hype that is Beyond. Yo, Beyond, I'm telling you, man, Beyond is chilling. But when the beast wakes up, bro, my boy's gonna be a monster. I can't wait for to actually see Beyond in the cut, man. All right, yo, I'm gonna go on for about 5 more minutes, and we'll wrap it up, man. But yo, this has been a lot of fun, man. I'm most certainly gonna continue doing these Hunter x Hunter streams. Most certainly, it's so much fun here. Let me see. Yo, the dragon diving. Let me see. Go to Troll says the troop rounding up everyone who could potentially be Hisoka in disguise. Exactly. I'd hate to be 190 centimeters plus on that shift. That's a great point. That's a great point. I didn't even think about that whole 190 centimeters thing. I was just thinking about that in terms of like Hisoka being that tall, and they could possibly find him like hiding somewhere. But I didn't even think about the texture surprise thing. Like the texture surprise thing just makes so much sense. That's crazy, bro. If Bill winds up being Jamaican Bacon says if Bill winds up being Hisoka in disguise, excuse me, I'm throwing my laptop out the window. Bro, I'm throwing myself out the window. Yo, screw the laptop. I'm pulling what happened when Stargent showed up, man. I'm throwing myself out the window. Um, oh, no problem, Theory, bro. I appreciate that. Yo, yeah, Shrek, bro. Gargano and Almas thus far match of the year easy. Five stars, no question, no question. Um, do you think some of the Phantom Troop members going to die in this arc? Oh, no question. Phantom Troops. I think the Phantom Troop by the end when everything is said and done, the prophecies will be fulfilled. The prophecies will be fulfilled. They continue to be fulfilled as the series goes on. The spider is at least losing half of its limbs, at least, no question. It's already been set in stone. Togashi told us. Togashi told us that half the limbs are gone. It's just who is it gonna be? Who are gonna be those that get taken out? Yo, I'm sweating hard, man. Hunter was go today. You know how it is, man. Jeez. But yeah. I think some true members will die, no question. Pariston still scares me. Yo, Pariston is the goat, bro. I can't wait to see what Pariston because Jing is not even worried about this succession war. My boy is worried about keeping Pariston intact. He's like, I'm gonna keep an eye on Pariston. Y'all do your thing. Beyond, you do your thing. He's not worried about Beyond. He's like, screw Beyond. I'm worried about this man right here. I'm worried about the man. I'm worried about Pariston. What is it with Pariston, bro? I can't wait to find out more when it comes to Jing and Pariston. 8-Bit Gamer for Life says Dark Cartoon will have that Toriko vibe like the Gourmet World. Absolutely. Absolutely. I went to make dinner real quick and I came back and talk about yeah, man, that happens. It happens. Yo, Derek Davis, what's good? I could imagine like a whole horde of Miram level creatures. Yo, bro, I'm telling you. I said this before. Pre Rose Miram. Because post Rose, of course, that's a special case. But pre Rose Miram, we're gonna easily see Easily see characters on that level, no question. Black Reaper, man, what's going on, bro? Nice to see some faces in here. Gyro is final villain of Dark Continent is going to be Mirror and Broken times 100. I don't know if I could say final villain of Dark Continent because I still go back to the Meteor City arc happening one day. But if it does happen to Dark Continent, yo, Gyro, man, Gyro hype. I've always been on Gyro hype. The Gyro hype will be real, man. You know what? Not only just a Gyro hype, my boy's gonna have a Nen beast called Zapelli. Gyro's Zapelli hype, man. My boy Gyro's gonna be throwing steel balls all over the place, man. Shout out to Steel Ball Rod. And we know Togashi loves JoJo, so it could happen. It could happen. Let me see. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Bill is too small to be Soga. Speaking of sexual surprise with new rubber body parts, Kenny still could be shorter than 190 centimeters. Yo, with new rubber body parts, Kenny still could be shorter than 190. Whoa! If Luffy can do it, brother, that's a shoot. That is a shoot. That's a shoot. Bro, can you imagine that? Togashi be taking Togashi is literally taking this rubber thing. It's really, really far. Holy flagnards, can you is that possible? New rubber body parts, can he still could be shorter than 190 centimeters? Could be possible, bro. It really, really could be possible. I think Hisoka himself has kept that in mind. Ooh, great comment there, Theory, bro. Dog. Greatness. Let me see. Yo, Joy Boy, man, what's going on? Oh yeah, Emperor Time. I agree. I absolutely agree. Pariston is states Emperor Time states Pariston is one of my favorite characters. Very compelling character. Um, Pariston back in the election arc. Pariston was my second. I actually because I hadn't seen Crollo a long time. I actually put Pariston with Crollo for a little bit, and I went back. I rewatched Yorknu, and I said, "Nah, Crollo takes the spot." But Pariston was up there as one of my favorites because I love unpredictable characters that I can't predict, and Pariston's one of those characters. Pariston is such a compelling character because you just never know with him, man. And going back to the beginning of this arc, that was my favorite things. That was one of my favorite things about reading that on a week-to-week basis because you always want to know what Pariston would do next and how Jing would counter it. Pariston's so interesting, man. Like he doesn't even need to be powerful. He does not need to be powerful from a fighting standpoint. He can just be the way that he is, and he still scares people because you can't predict the dude. He can do some ridiculous stuff. It's not like he does even underhanded stuff either. He just off the wall stuff, man. Extremely cool, dude. Paris and greatness, man. But yeah, the shiny shirt. What do we used to call him back in the day? The shiny suit, man. Shiny suit Paris to go. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and end this, y'all, after a couple of these comments. But yo, thank you all so much for stopping by. I know that this was out of. I was just what's that called? Uh, Doing this because Hunter x Hunter. I saw that Hunter x Hunter came out. Like I said, my boy Velez said in the thread that Hunter x Hunter was out, and my man Rodney told me last night that they did a fan translation to it, and I was going to react to that tonight. But when I found out that the actual chapter came out, I was like, "Woo! We gotta hop on it before the Rumble." So I decided to go ahead and do the stream, but because it was on a Sunday and I had today off, so I was able to do the stream. But thank you all so much for stopping by, like on a random date, like not even scheduled, just know nothing. And we had around 78 people in here, so that was really, really cool. And I really do appreciate y'all stopping by. Thanks a lot for the donations that y'all left behind, man. That's always appreciated. And it was awesome. Like you guys brought the fire when it came to the comments, especially after this chapter. This chapter was absolutely insane. And y'all brought the fire when it came to the comments. We're actually bringing some great ideas for what could actually be going down. And that's why I love, YouTube. I love YouTube because I'm able to communicate with you guys, not only just sharing the same love about something, but getting your perspectives on certain things. Like the whole texture surprise thing, caught me off guard. Woo! that was one hell of a comment, man. But yeah, I just thank y'all so much for stopping by. For future streams, just um, look out for it being at nighttime. And it's gonna suck for all of you who are out there on the other side of the world from me. That they're like five hours later than I am. The whole thing is that during weekdays, I get out really late, so I can only do like my videos like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, unless for Hunter x Hunter, I don't know because I don't know what I'm gonna do because I still want to keep the live stream format. But what I could do if I still I don't know. I feel like regardless of what I do, unless it ends up seeming like being like a situation like this, then it's always gonna be at nighttime. And I really do apologize for everyone who is not able to join the nighttime ones, but I think that is gonna be the time where it fits my schedule the best. But next time, I'll definitely be back next week for another Hunter x Hunter stream. This was a lot of fun, man. I had a blast. Once again, comments were on fire. It was awesome to see so many familiar faces in the comments. It's always nice to see some of y'all. It was nice to talk to y'all and get your opinions. But yo, this chapter was so good. Like I said, I expected somebody to get offed, like somebody to get wrecked because of the amount of requests being told to live react to the chapter. I did not expect the troop though. I expected the troop later on. Like you go back to my predictions video, I expected the troop later on, but no, and Togashi, every single first chapter that he always puts into an arc is to set up for the rest of those batch of chapters. Or in the last time he's been coming out of hiatus. And this chapter, if what he's telling me is we're gonna be sticking to Kurapika troop stuff here and with the princess, I'm all in. I just cannot wait to see what that whole capsule business is all about. Like that raised my interest in the whole succession war as well. Because now the succession war has more of something more behind it. Like holy flagnards, man. But thank you all so much for watching, man. I will see y'all next time. Have an awesome day. This chapter of Hunter x Hunter, without question, gets a fantastic sauce. Without question. And I'm gonna reread it. I'm gonna reread it a couple times. And if I think of anything else that I want to do, I'll probably put out a video for it. Or whatever the case may be. But thank you all so much for watching once again. I will be on Twitter here for the Royal Rumble, watching the greatness. If you're watching the Royal Rumble, I will be on Twitter every now and then to keeping up with the updates. And also, my main man Moose just finished. He just put out the Kickstarter for the comic he's been writing. Man, I've been fully supportive of his dream to want to create and get a comic out there. And he's just put out his Kickstarter. I've been supporting him since day one. I'm actually the editor behind certain things when it comes in the series. Comes to his dialogue and whatnot, and I'm really proud of the work that he's done and of the work of the artist of Yusuf. So definitely go support that if you can. It's called Red Rain. The Kickstarter is over on my Twitter page. If you want to go support my man Moose, an OG of this community, definitely go do that because it most certainly. And I'm going to make another video on it here in the incoming week. But definitely go support that if you would like. And I really do appreciate all of your support, man. But that'll be it for me today, guys. Hunter x Hunter Awesome Sauce, the greatness of the Phantom Troop. It looks like this batch of chapters might be the best in the entire Dark Continent thus far at the way this is going. And I cannot wait. It's amazing to me how the interest level, even though it was already really high, just skyrocketed once more. It's truly insane, man. I'll see y'all next time, though. Have an awesome day. If Hisoka is Bill, I called it.